This video is intended purely to communicate information in accordance with the right of free speech.
Any advice given is a suggestion, and anyone seeking such advice should consult a competent professional.
All statements made in this video are my own honest opinion, and they do not represent any other person or body. As such, sharing matters covered in this video is in public interest.
Hi, fancy meeting you here in this little old place. I'm Tish, and this is Echo Echo. Hi. Oh my god. The dogs are playing under at my legs on my desk. It's really cool. It's dinner time, and we've got an old favourite. She's back, everybody. Kylie's back. I've missed her. Not really. Only in a sense that, like Batman and the Joker. You gotta have your, your ultimate sort of like, oh, what do they call it? Like a villain. No, enemy. I'm an English teacher. Anyway, how are we? Is it Monday? It is Monday. Yeah, okay. That's right. We just roasted yesterday. How does it feel like we roasted 10 years ago? I mean, we do it every 2 weeks, so. All right. I am going to be watching. It's a training with somebody and Kylie. And I don't know who the other person is. I think she's from New Zealand. I'm going to say she absolutely is because she's wearing an All Blacks jumper. And yeah, so Kylie's going to give us some gold. Woo! If you can like and subscribe, that'd be great. Sorry about that shimmy I just did. Okay, I really apologize. It was weird. Yeah, so liking and subscribing would be great if you're not already. Even a comment, no? Bit of a comment. I did release a reel about Enagic, about how to spot ads on Facebook. It's only 3 minutes, and I did put it on YouTube. But if you would like to go to my social media, it's Echo Echo Tish, and that is the same at Instagram and TikTok. Thank you. I am good at self-promoting. All right. So, if this is your first Enagic video, oh boy. The history, the lore of my rivalry with Enagic. Oh, I made a playlist. Okay, I'm going to try and advertise the playlist here, if I remember. And you can go all the way back to the beginning. The girls are in heat. So it was, I think it was in my video from the other day, they were driving me bonkers. They're not so much just obsessed with Minnie anymore. Everybody's in play at the moment. So it's a bit annoying. And Wilbur is still in the... So, Enagic playlist, check it out. Remember, just double up. This is all just my opinion based on what these people are saying. I'm not, saying anything that I don't think is true from my perspective. And Kylie X Stevenson is a public figure. It is on all her social media. So she is open to criticism, okay? Me doing a video about her is not bullying, and it's not defamation. It's just my opinion. Okay, all right. Let's do it. I'm going to move over because I don't know if it stays like this, but we will see. And I got to test the sound.
Good morning, everyone. So this morning I am bringing on my mentor, Kylie. I've got a couple ladies on here this week who sort of been in the business 1 or 2 years, and Kylie has been in the business 6 years now. Here she is. Let me just bring her on. So I really wanted her to jump on, and so you can hear from someone. She is the founder of our collective, and as I said, my mentor. And here she is.
Okay, so that's interesting because, yeah, she has been with the company for 6 years, and we'll see, because I have been wanting to know if she's got legacy forever. Usually they advertise legacy everywhere because I'm in other groups, but I'm not in Rural Freedom Movement. So I haven't heard her called out for it. Christy, however, hit 6A2 for a second time because you're allowed to have multiple accounts in Enagic, which is really, really great, isn't it? Hey. Say hello to Norma the Bat. Hey, Norma. How's it going, girl? All right. Yeah, Kylie's perspective is going to be different to somebody who's been in 1 or 2 years. This girl seems very sweet, And, you know, there's so many lovely people who are in this and they just get tricked and then they end up thinking like them, speaking like them, and then it's a cult. Unfortunately, that's just my opinion.
Hi, thanks so much for having me on, babe.
Hello. Thank you for coming on.
So welcome. Just excited to be here.
How are you? Good?
I'm doing well. We've got the fireplace going. It's nice and cold over
Oh,
here in
yes.
Oz.
So do we. My toes are frozen at the moment.
Well, I'm super excited to be joining you in New Zealand next week. First time
Yes,
in New
I
Zealand. I'm ready.
know. It's come around so fast.
And then it's only going to be a couple of weeks and we're going to be in Bali together. So how crazy.
That's really interesting. Like she seems like she hasn't been in it for long and she's already got 2 meetups with them. It's much more effective to indoctrinate in person. That's where you can really do the love bombing, you know. I wonder how emotionally taxing it is as an upline to constantly just be on the grind of convincing people that you love them. Hey. Oh, let's just say that Mabel and Murphy have been successful in their efforts. I don't know what it is with Murphy, but the girls, he's different to Will, but they all end up very. Seems like it's a bit more painful. That's all. All right. See, I was just talking about the energy of the uplines, and I rudely interrupted by the successful mating of my dogs beside me. The energy just coming from Kylie at the moment, like it's insane. That's a big fucking smart. You know?
I know, and it's hard case. I knew that you were coming over, but for everyone watching, Kylie is actually coming to play, so she's like a hop, skip, and a jump. I go jump in my truck and drive along, and here she is. So it was quite hard case that you're actually going to be where I am.
I know. So when you said that you were close by, I was like, we need to see each other.
So that's a little bit weird. But it's okay if you're just friends. Like I would say that to the Clown Town if I was close. Like I'm going this place, we need to see each other. Yeah, but I'm not going to put our FaceTime on the internet. I'm just going to say that to them because it's just between us, you know? Frida and Minnie just won't leave them alone. Anyway, here we go, this weird relationship. I don't know, it's just it's a bit over the top, that's all.
So could you please just tell us who you are and what you do? Yeah, just a little intro, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm Kylie X Stevenson. I have been in the online space now for 6 years. Like I'm a seasoned entrepreneur, network marketer, all of the things. And I actually found the high ticket space 6 years ago after being.
You're a salesperson. You're a salesperson and a recruiter. You're not an entrepreneur.
A burnt out traditional business owner. I come off a farm and I love the rural lifestyle. But what I've really noticed, I'm 5th generation and my.
Yep. Are you? You're 5th generation farmer. In your Get Ready With Me, you said that your father made his money in real estate. It's not exactly farming now, is it? And you haven't made your money. Well, you've made it off of people on farms. So that's kind of like very similar. I fucking hate this disingenuous shit. Like, this is why she gets me so mad. If you loved the rural like space, the rural people, etc., etc., you know this is a scam. You know. Okay, that's my opinion. And you're high enough now just to know where your money comes from the downline, right? Whether they are earning money or not, that's where it comes from. And they're more likely to not be earning it. Now, some people in her team may be earning it at the moment, but it will not last. She's already got people in New Zealand. Have you run out of people in Australia yet? Damn, like immediately, like to 10 on the anger scale. Just, no, you won't be telling those sorts of, in my opinion, deceptive statements, you know.
Family has struggled financially being on the farm. You know, you have great years and you have really challenging years. And it's something.
You said that your father was a millionaire from real estate, something like that.
that I think as farmers and from the rural sector that we face off with a lot, because it's never consistent and it's always an external reality of what's in control. So it always comes down to the weather, or it always comes down to the market, and we have no real control over that. And so even though I knew I wanted to be on the land myself, I knew that I needed to have an off-farm income. And so I went and got qualified. I started my own business as a healthcare professional as a Bowen therapist. And I was just trading my time for money. So it wasn't really working.
Why don't you tell them the whole truth? Because there is such a thing as lying by omission. In your Get Ready With Me, so I've got that as proof, you stated that there were 5 other Bowen therapists in your town, 2 of them for equine. So was it that you were trading time for money, or was it that the market was oversaturated where you were living and you didn't do any market research? So, just tell the truth. Like, why would you say that? There's no need to hide what you've got out there when people can see it,
Out the way I thought it would. And that was actually when I found I took affiliate marketing.
And also you're working in an old people's home, like you were working 2 jobs. Is that not when you say, strange that she's not saying it,
So I've had many, many ups and downs throughout my career in the online space. Anything that's worth.
It's not a career. It's a grift. It's a job, but it's not a career.
That is never easy, right? But what I knew was if I could crack the code in the online space, it would set me up for a leveraged income that gave me time and space. And so that was the real thing. It was never really about the money. It was about what the money could give me, and then the impact that I could really create around the.
Oh, I'm sorry. It wasn't about the money. So that wasn't you on your stories bragging about how you have 2 houses and you bought a 3rd because you're such a good person to provide people rentals. That wasn't you. So it's not about the money. It wasn't you who brags about retiring your partner. That's not you. Oh, must be someone else then, hey? Okay. Sounds fine, and the dogs are fine. But man, Minnie just wanted to get right in the middle. She needs to hump everybody now because she's the boss, so she needs to just reestablish dominance there. All right, let's keep going.
World and show other people what's possible in the online space. And so far, 6 years, all over the roller coasters of the journey, I've just bought my 3rd investment house in the last 12 months, and I've been able to retire my partner from a 6-figure mining career and bring him home full time. And so he's now here on the farm with me. And really, I've been able to travel the world, fly business class all around the world.
So it's not about money. Not about the money. It's not about the money. Also, fuck landlords. Thanks.
I'm off to New Zealand next week and then Bali for 3 weeks. I get to travel around and then come home for the spring. So just escape winter for a month, which is lovely. But really for me, I guess what I now do is I mentor people in the online space. I really support people like yourself, Vaughan, to get started, to find systems that work. I support people how to learn the skill set from the ground up around.
You support people how to learn? Do you teach them how to speak well? Also, it's just Facebook ads. That's what you teach them. Here's how to do Facebook ads. So that's great.
Sales marketing, so that they can actually learn a skill set that can take them a long way in life. And whether that's with this company or with any other business.
Wrong. Absolutely wrong. Kylie, talk to anyone in the jobs industry and they will tell you not to put network marketing on your resume. It is not a skill set that people respect whatsoever. You can put social media experience or, something like that, but you can't put your MLM on there.
Learning these skill sets is something that can really support people to create financial flexibility, create a side hustle, and have a leveraged income. And so that's really what I found when I tapped into Enagic, which is the company that I have aligned with. It has incredible products. I use them every day for my own health. And so to be able to stand behind a company that stands for health, wealth, and happiness feels really good for me. And now to have built a community of around 500 people that I now get to support and mentor. And we're always building on that all of the time. So it's a little bit about myself.
Because you have to. Because you have to keep building. Their 8-point pattern plan, which they always brag about, bragging is the theme of this live, I think. Of the theme of the video. So once somebody is 8 levels deep, you stop getting paid on them. So I think still waiting for somebody else to do a compensation plan. Not from one of them either. They don't explain it. They don't explain it at all. Yeah, they are priced out of it, so they have to keep recruiting. So they keep getting commission checks and then team bonuses. So
a bit of a rundown of like a little snippet into the last 6 years of what my business has looked like in my life. But I'm excited to be here and share some insights with you guys.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you mentioned the products, and you know me with my sporting, and I ask quite a bit about them, and that it's quite amazing what difference it has had in for me just using the machines. And I know you.
what's the difference? Do you want to expand on that? Because you just said how it is for sport. Well, what is the difference? I hope she tells us, because I don't know. Because all of the research that I've done on it, including watching other scientific people, is that there's no added benefit.
Use your beauty water quite a lot. You swear by it. Would you mind just talking a little bit about that and how that has helped you?
Yes, absolutely. So I have used the beauty water from the K8 machine for about 6 years, but about 12 months ago, I actually invested into like really expensive skincare product. And I fully broke out. So I spent over $1,000 on some skincare products. Thought I was doing the right thing. You know, I'm almost 30, so I was like, I should start looking after my skin. You know, maybe the beauty water is not really supporting me enough. Like maybe I should start really tapping into some more skincare. So I went and spent, 4 figures, $1,000 on some skincare, and I just had the most horrendous breakouts. I had really, really dry skin. My skin was always flaking, and all across my chin, I started to break out.
That's funny, because I've been covering for Kylie for quite a while. This is the first time I've heard her talk about this, because it's a pretty big deal. Like, that's something that you can use to advertise the product. Like, that's a good advertisement. Especially her. Social media savvy person, before and afters. I'm not saying she's lying. Just asking some questions, you know? Also, did you think that you maybe got the wrong product? Because I definitely have. You know? Same. I got the glow recipe. I like glow recipe. Oh, I need to get my hydrating spray. Yeah. This is the guava vitamin C bright eye cream, and I do have the Touch water cream, which is really nice as well, except apparently it's like fake Asian. Like, it's not actually Korean skincare, but they've got because Korean skincare is the bomb, and you don't need to spend $1,000. CosRx and the Inky List and a couple of them. Sometimes you have to try different things to work out what your skincare can be. But Kylie, you can afford the injections. Come on. Go get a little bit of Juvederm. I would. Absolutely, I would. This thing here? Oh, hate it. Hate it. This thing here? I want it gone. What can you do? I don't have the money to get them at the moment, so.
And I just put it down to like stress or this or that, or maybe it's my sunscreen, or like I kept ignoring it, thinking it was all these external factors. And it wasn't until about 2 months ago that my mum was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I bought this really expensive skincare." And
The only thing is your skincare and your skin with the skincare product you're using. What the fuck? That doesn't sound very strong.
my skin is so bad. It hadn't even been that bad through like puberty, through high school, nothing. And so I just threw out all the products, ditched them all, went back to the beauty water. So the beauty water from the K8 machine is actually a neutral pH level of 6.0. And so it's just slightly acidic compared to neutral, but it matches our skin's pH. So it's actually the most hydrating water that you can get, because your skin can start to absorb the hydration. And so it still goes through the electrolysis process. So it still goes over the 8 titanium plates that the machine has. It creates electrolyzed reduced water, and it has then been, so I've been then putting it on my skin, so you guys can see my skin. No makeup today, so perfect time to not wear makeup. But I've completely got rid of all of my skin issues. I've got one pimple on here, it's because I'm on my bleed, and that's pretty much it. Like, I'm back to my normal skin after months of like struggling with my skin and not knowing what was going on. I thought it was all hormonal stuff and I was really struggling with it. And since just going back to beauty water, my skin is back to normal. It's amazing. It feels like I'm 20 again. And I honestly, I swear by it.
She did a get ready with me where her face was really close to the camera. Let's have a look, shall we? Have I got that? Can I pull that up? It's a bit dubious. That's a bit dubious.
Hopefully the lighting is not too bad.
Her skin looks
I
fine.
know the angle is terrible, but my mirror is normally here, but I'm going to try and get ready here for my new masterclass that I'm putting on at 8 o'clock, so in an hour's time.
That's from a couple of months ago, I'm sure of it. Because Erin did it for her thing. I don't see any bad skin there. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick. But also, if your skin has had such a recovery, then Hicks or it didn't happen.
I thought it was all hormonal stuff and I was really struggling with it. And since just going back to beauty water, my skin is back to normal. It's amazing. It feels like I'm 20 again. And I honestly, I swear by it. Every morning, it's actually really good for your K8 machine as well to have the beauty water go over the titanium plates to just like clean off any calcium that might have got stuck on the titanium plates, because it does produce hydrogen rich water. So it's actually really great for your machine to have the beauty water go through it. And so every morning I turn my machine on, do the beauty water. It's good for the machine and then great for my skin. So I put it on my skin, on my chest, on my hands, and you can also put it in your hair as well. So it's really good for growth. And ever since using it, my skin has just gone back to normal and is amazing again. And I'm so grateful because I feel like I'm starting to age a little bit. So it's nice to be able to have that in my home every day. I've had it for 6 years. Our machines last for around 25 years, and I will never ever buy any skin products again. I'm done.
And you had a few problems with migraines too, didn't you? And since
Really? I'm gonna have to send this to someone. This was publicly available on her Facebook profile. But beauty water cannot do the same thing as hyaluronic acid and other things like collagen. Like, okay.
just changing water that has helped you so much too, hasn't it?
Has, yeah. So I used to struggle with migraines a lot. I have a chronic condition called chronic sinusitis. I have had 2 surgeries, and what happens with that condition is you get chronic migraines. And so I used to be hospitalized a couple of times a year with my migraines. And ever since drinking Kangen water, I no longer get migraines. I think I've had 1 migraine, and that was last year after I went traveling for 4 months and I wasn't on my Kangen water. I come home and I then went on another holiday, so I still wasn't on my Kangen water, and I got a migraine for the first time in 6 years. And so it really showed me that my Kangen water has saved me a lot, because
I used to get really bad migraines too. At the same age as Kylie. Like, really bad. Go to the hospital, get like I'd get a shot. Wow, that's amazing. They used to give like a pethidine shot. Just here you go. And then I think I remember the last one I had just started teaching. And maybe I've had 1 or 2 very bad headaches, but they stopped when I, reached a certain age, and I think it was a hormonal change as well. So yeah, I didn't drink Kangen water, and my migraines stopped. So correlation doesn't equal causation, okay, honey bunny? And these dogs are nuts tonight. They're noisy. They're walking around. They're crying. They're mating. It's a mess. Anyway, health claim. You're not allowed to do that.
if anyone has experienced migraines, it's a big deal. So people use for the day, you go sit in a dark room, you can't look at screens, can't work, can't really talk. I used to get to a point where I would vomit from how bad my migraines were, and I wouldn't be able to talk, which is very scary when you're out on a place and you don't know what's going on and different things can happen. I used to live on my own. But since drinking Kangen water, for me personally, all my migraines are essentially gone. I have people in my community that have gone off migraine tablets and medication since drinking Kangen water. And essentially, it just comes from the increased hydration that you get from hydrogen-rich water.
Yeah, it's something like 4 times more hydrating, isn't it, than just our tap water?
I'm glad she didn't say there's 4 times more hydrogen in it. How do you measure that? How do they measure something that's more hydrating? I'm going to look it up while they keep talking. Sorry if I've been talking with my mouth full. I'll try and fix it in post.
It is. And so, like, even when, like, you're sporting, right? Like, if you guys are super thirsty, you come off the field, whenever you want to chug water, it all sits in your gut. Like normal bottled water or tap water, it just sits in your gut. Kangen water is completely different. It actually starts to absorb as soon as it touches your lips. So you can drink a liter of water and not feel bloated, not feel like this water is sitting in your gut. You could go for another run and it would be totally fine because it is actually being absorbed by our skin, our cells, and our organs as soon as, like, upon touch. And so that's really big. So the hydration is about 4 times higher, and that allows us to actually be having our bodies not be the filter, right? Like, we're actually absorbing the water rather than having to filter the water before we can absorb it.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And so these machines, they just hook onto your tap and they filter. As you said, our body is not the filter. They are getting rid of chlorine, the chemicals, the dirt, metals, all of that sort of thing. So they are a really incredible thing to have in our home and around our family.
Yeah, absolutely. And, like, you can get extra pre-filters.
This is the most time that he'll talk about product, which is interesting because obviously that's what she's got this girl head on. So she has to pretend she's kind of crazy about the product when it's about money. Okay, so in a WebMD Women's Health 2018 study in the journal PLOS, one that involved quarantine athletes and athlete participants who drank alkaline water performed better during rigorous workouts and had better hydration afterwards compared to 8 others who drank regular water. 8 participants is not many. Another one. Sorry, stop it. Go away. This is just from Googling, is alkaline water more hydrating? One study of 100 healthy adults did find that alkaline water was twice as hydrating as regular water after exercise, and that is from the Arthritis Foundation. This is from the Mayo Clinic. Is alkaline water better for you than plain water? For most people, alkaline water is not better than plain water. Bottled water sold as alkaline water, which is regulated by the US FDA, might have nutrients added to it to achieve an alkaline pH. That's not the case with Kangen, I know that much. Alkaline water has a higher pH level than that of plain tap water, so proponents say it can neutralize acid in your bloodstream. Some say alkaline water can help prevent disease such as cancer and heart disease. However, more research is needed to verify these claims. Jessie Lee is a good example of that. She was drinking Kangen water for years and years, and she still passed away from cancer. A very aggressive cancer, quick-moving cancer. Okay, so the NIH, that won't let me open it because the New York Times won't let me read it. I want to know if it's more hydrating. It's letting me look at it. It's like the New York Times won't let me look at it. And it did. Oh, that's interesting. There are also hints of potential risks from the alkaline water. Rat pups given alkaline water showed impaired growth and damage to the cardiac muscle. In 2015, we don't like the testing on animals, okay, but why wouldn't you just test it on humans? You know, it's nothing that's going to, well, I suppose it's going to hurt your cardiac muscle. That's your heart, right? Is there any other cardiac muscles? Okay. And a 2015 report said that when a municipal water plant in the town of Germany accidentally increased the water's pH to 12, skin burns ensued. Wow. While such a high pH is unlikely in bottled water, is a reminder that a higher pH isn't necessarily better. The only health effects we know of are danger signs. So for people to continue to market alkaline water, they're really as bad as the snake oil salesman of yesteryear, Dr. Fenton said. So that was from a 2016 review. Oh, okay. So this effective electrolyzed high pH alkaline water on blood viscosity in healthy adults. And it says, previous research has shown fluid replacement beverages ingested after exercise can affect hydration biomarkers. No specific hydration marker is universally accepted as an ideal rehydration parameter following strenuous exercise. Currently, changes in the body mass are used as a parameter during post-exercise hydration. Additional parameters are needed to fully appreciate and better understand the rehydration following strenuous exercise. This randomized, double-blind parallel arm trial assessed the effect of high pH water on 4 biomarkers after exercise-induced dehydration. After exercise-induced dehydration, consumption of the electrolyzed high pH water reduced high shear viscosity by an average of 6.3% compared to 3.3% with standard purified water. Other measured biomarkers
revealed no significant difference between the two types of water for rehydration. However, a mixed model analysis validated the effect of high pH water on high shear viscosity when compared to standard purified water after controlling for covariates such as age and baseline values. Conclusions: a significant difference in whole blood viscosity was detected in this study when assessing a high pH electrolyte water versus an acceptable standard purified water during the recovery phase. So does that mean it is good? So there is a difference. There's graphs. I should know, like, my study, I've got to do research, like, subjects for psychology, and I hate it. I hate them. This study was designed to characterize differences between alkaline and alkaline. How did I miss that? In terms of intravascular. Now I need to see what alkaline means. Control. It's alkaline and control group. I worked it out. The study was designed to characterize differences between alkaline and control in terms of intravascular hydration as quantified by serial changes in systolic blood viscosity following exercise-induced dehydration. I can read. Drinking high pH alkaline was shown to reduce systolic blood of all the things that I mispronounced. I mispronounced blood. Viscosity significantly more than the control group consumption following exercise-induced dehydration when comparing the percentage change in WBV. I don't know what that is. From a dehydrated state of 120 minutes after rehydration and recovery, a mixed model analysis validated the significant treatment effect of high pH alkaline on systolic blood viscosity versus the control group. Absolute differences at multiple time points did not demonstrate any significant differences. However, the subjective observed benefit may be attributed to the high variability of the WBV measurements in the study. Fucking hell, I don't know if that means it's good or not. It said that there were positive changes, but it's not 4 times more hydrating. That's what I'm trying to prove. What does WBV mean? Whole blood viscosity. That was a long rabbit hole. Yeah. Okay. So it's more hydrating, but not as much as she's saying.
As well, like if you're on town water and you have fluoride, you can have like fluoride in your water. It's actually not that good for you to have an increased amount of fluoride.
Fluoride in the water has actually been a net positive, I think. I'm going to have to research that because I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm just not 100% sure.
Some kids, it's good for kids because it's good for their teeth, but outside of that, it's actually not that great for you. So if you get a fluoride reduction kit on your machine, it then can take out the fluoride. It naturally takes out the chlorine, which is amazing. If you're on a farm like me in an old farmhouse, I'm sure most of us have really old pipes. So I actually have a rust and sediment pre-filter on mine to take all of that out as well. Again, so our bodies aren't becoming the filter, so that we're not getting essentially chemical poisoning from drinking these.
Oh, we're fear-mongering now, are we? Is that what we're doing? Fear-mongering. Okay. I haven't heard this from her before. Chemical poisoning from your water. I don't generally buy bottled water. I haven't for years because I think it's really bad for the environment, producing all that extra plastic, right? I occasionally will buy bottled water only if it's like very desperate. When I traveled overseas, I even drank tap water. London, gross. London had the worst tap water. Oh, so bad. So, didn't get chemical poisoning, whatever that is, but it's just fear to sell this product. And then once you sell the product, well, you may as well sell it as well to your friends, you know.
Right? And so it means just that our bodies get to thrive on a completely different level.
Yeah.
Because also our bodies are made to do all of that. We have a filtration system. It's in our digestive system, you know, like we've got pretty amazing little bodies in like systems in the inside of this area. Yeah. So it's good to let them do that.
That's amazing. So if someone is sitting there and they're like curious about what we do, curious about the products, what would you say to them? What's a little bit of advice?
I think the biggest thing is if you're curious is just like follow that curiosity. Trust your intuition, follow it through, get all the information that you can. Like there is absolutely no harm in finding out everything from where to go.
And who do you find that out from, Kylie? Do you do a search on the internet? In Agic? Yeah? God, I hope my videos come up if they do any research. I don't think they do at the moment. So we need to make some more, okay?
You know, you can always leave it, table it, come back to it later, say yes, jump in right now, or you could say no. But if you're curious, my advice is don't wait on that. Don't sit on that feeling. Like just find out everything that's available here for you, the health benefits of the water. We also have the M Guard now, which is a radiation protection device. And so it harmonizes radiation around your home.
Oh, good. Another pseudoscientific product. I heard that they were selling this. I haven't looked into it. Guard. Good job. And Agic with the names. Love it.
We then have the water as well. So the health benefits of these products are phenomenal, and then the ability to have a leveraged income is huge. So just follow it. You know, check out one of our masterclasses. We have an incredible launch coming up that's around manifestations and like really supporting you to create your dream life, and then tapping into high profit offers like an Agic that can set you up financially. But just find out the information. Check out a masterclass.
It can set you up financially. How? Through buying a quote, I bet.
Invest 20 minutes of your time, 40 minutes of your time to actually hear what's available in Enagic for you, and then go from there. Just decide for yourself if it's the right fit. For me, I saw the Enagic products and I knew that straight away I wanted one in my home. I knew that everyone should have one in their home, and that's why I said yes. And then the business model was just a bonus. And so that for me was an incredible space to really see the potential of the products, and then see that it's actually attached to an incredible business model that
You could see the space. I hate how they use that word. Very boring. Of course, it's connected to this money-making scheme. I mean, not a scheme. I mean, a scam. Not a scam.
It's been around for 50 years. So if you've got the nudge, if you've got some curiosity, follow that through, get all the information, and then make an informed decision if this is the right path for you.
Yeah,
I don't think she does want you to be that curious, because I would say, I was pretty curious about what she was doing, and she actually sent me a concern notice, which is the Australian version of a cease and desist, and she accused me of bullying and defamation. And I was just being curious and following that urge. So she's not as like free thinking as you might think, you know?
first saw Kylie, I sat there for 6 months just eyeballing. And when I got finally said, right, I'm going to message this lady and have a little chat, and it wasn't scary at all. I was like, damn. And my biggest regret was not reaching out 6 months ago and just learning. Like as you said, you just learn. You just listen and you hear what it's about, and you have the choice to say yes or no. It's not for everyone, but
Oh, see, and they sound really reasonable saying that, right? But obviously, Kylie worked on that, you know? Like that's what it's all about. It's about pushing this, this lifestyle, about who she is as a person, and what she stands for the rural people, and it's this and that and da 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 da. It's part of her propaganda. She hasn't talked about legacy well, so I don't think I'm going to get an update on whether she's made it to legacy, but I think that if she had made it to legacy, she'd be talking about it.
if there's any bit of curiosity, yeah, I'd encourage someone just to reach out and hear about it.
Yeah.
There's no harm.
Exactly. And for one, such an incredible leader, you're in good hands here. She's going all the way with an Agic.
There is harm. There's a lot of harm. And it's deliberate, in my opinion. There's many people who have lost money on this, and some people don't have a lot to give, especially who she's preying upon.
She absolutely loves her products, and so you're walking in and getting support from someone that truly believes in what they're doing. So reach back out to Fawn. She's fully here to support, and yeah, we've got such an incredible community. And most people's biggest regret is that they didn't start sooner. Like that's what everyone regrets.
Yeah, because they're seeing you be in for 6 years and still not made it to legacy, making a lot of money. That's why they regret not getting in sooner, because they're not making the big dollars, right? And because you have a false sense of camaraderie when you love bomb them. And then they're like, oh, well, this is a deep connection that I have with my community when it's transactional.
Do hear that quite a lot.
Yeah.
And as Kylie mentioned, we have the lifestyle design masterclass coming up next week. I did put a post up yesterday. I've attached a link to this live as well. So as we said, if you're just any bit curious, here's a free place for you to jump on and learn more, ask questions, reach out. So thank you very much, Kylie, for jumping on today. Always lovely to hear from you.
Welcome. I'm so excited to see you next week.
Yeah, see you in a week.
So good. Thanks so much for having me on.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you later.
Alrighty. Same old, isn't it, really? And we've got no dog in the bed. Oh, I'm gonna tie-dye this shirt. I'm really excited about it. It's not a dog, but she's still scamming, still out there, and going to Bali. Great. Well, what else is coming up? I don't know. I don't know. I did a video on Project 2025 last week, a live video, and it's a political reaction. So if you like my commentary on anti-MLM, you'll love my commentary on politics, probably. I don't know. Maybe. Just an Australian with a big mouth. I don't think that I've ever known more about American politics, though, at the moment. Like, for real, I've never been conscious of the DNC. Like, ever. I don't think I've ever looked at one. Although I did see a really funny cutaway, like a flashback of the 90s DNC where they were doing the Macarena. That was pretty funny. It was pretty cringe. So they've always been a bit cringe. Anyway, the genocide's still happening, so I'm not happy about that. Yep, that's all I'll say. It's just really frustrating because it would be nice to celebrate what's going to be momentous if she wins. But all I can think of is that there's people who are dying. Very slow deaths, painful deaths, and they don't need to be. It's fucked up. That's what it is. So, and even in my country, our Labor government is dooming us to one of the worst politicians to ever exist in Australia, Peter Dutton. He's a potato. He looks like Voldemort. He fucking looks like Voldemort. And he's a monster. He's a racist piece of shit. And Albanese doesn't want to get off his ass and do anything. So I'm going to try and volunteer with the Greens somewhere around. And yeah, that's about it, everybody. Thanks for being here. And I will see you next time. All right, goodbye.
Thank you to the Echo members. On the Gremlins level, we've got the Eclectic Mima, Lisa Hans, Lynn Wee, Mountain Crystal, Rutro Rachel, Danny Mastas, Tarika Strudwick, Cal Dakota, and Tonya Elizabeth. On our Ghost level, we've got Demi, the Clown Town, and Katie Murph. Thanks, guys. Love you.